Show number one is what it's all about. And if you can't be number one, just pop yourself into that top three for me. Second or third will do. So all I can think of is Cayman Islands against Barbados. They go and get every skilled ghoster like that we've ever had, and then some more. And then Dominican Republic against USA. You'd think maybe they don't take the win there. I'm sort of hoping, dreaming one last time, India, for a third versus fourth swap. Dominican Republic. Statement win against USA would mean the world to them and would shake things up, if not today, certainly heading into those finals with our top three.
And here we go. It's the United States putting their undefeated tournament rankings so far on the line against Dominican Republic, that has already dropped a game earlier tonight to Puerto Rico, a team that they beat in game day number 1, but they dropped to them in game day number 2. They're locked in at number 3, but they want to climb up to number 2 if possible. And it'd be a great, great morale booster if they could take down the juggernaut that is United States. Trying to find a nice little dribble moves coming in from Seasons. He's going to take that shot, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound secured, and that's going to be a quick foul. With about 3:05 left to go in this one.
Jay Schnacks doing what he does best, by name, by nature. Was in the chat a little earlier. Much appreciated.
Jar City knocks down the open shot there. Great job by C's for finding him there. You've got Jay Snags on this one. You've got Crazy. You've got Jar City. A lot of 2K League professionals on this one. CB13 on the right side. Thought about driving in, got met with traffic. That boy Dimes back over to the left. Johnny Red. He started cooking things up in the second half, and he starts things off with a dime to that boy Dimes down low.
I think Mr. Franklin, the members of the coaching staff for the SUS team, thank you for your time, good sir. It was a really helpful point. The line about too many cooks, too many chefs, whichever one it is in the kitchen. Point being, when you've got this much quality, how do you sort of spread it out? How do you keep everybody happy? And I think for mine, when the ball is in CB's hands, everybody seems pretty happy. He's not holding it for 24, much like when he's playing for Warriors, gaming, just sort of going back and forth, darting behind the screen. He's there for his team. He steps up when you need him. I think that is the key, the way forward for US to not just dominate and keep dominating, but make sure they're being consistent in every game, because you're down here early.
Are there any other keys to the game that we need to keep an eye out for, Nate?
Yeah, where do you want to start? Talking about the 2K League talent on the floor, both sides. And again, got a chance to answer this a little earlier. Have a look at that logo, like the one next to Super Cease for your 2K League players. Get that nice, obvious indicator. And at the other end, Chastity for 2. Man, keys. I'm just a ball of excitement, you can tell, a little bit nervous. And if I was Mr. Franklin, after giving that interview saying it's us versus us, this is not the start that you want right now. Be confident that everything will be okay, but it's a lot of game to play and a lot of confidence in this Dominican Republic side.
They kind of started things off slow against Puerto Rico as well, but we all saw them turn it up a notch and win, I believe, by 20 points. And if slow start means that they're up by 1, then I'd hate to see what a great start looks like from United States, as that's going to be a clear path foul. You don't want to give this team... Never mind.
A chance at a freebie, even if it's not.
Yeah.
Take.
Thank you. Thank you, partner. I appreciate that.
Look, I'm the one who put my foot in it earlier, saying it's the slow start, then a 5-point swing during my sentence, and 2 or 3 people get takeover very quickly. We know it about the US team. We saw it earlier today. Behind in the first, it meant little. Got a roll on and start grabbing everything and jamming it down. Dimes, one of the best we've ever seen, getting it done on the big stage here in eFIBA Season 2.
Dimes dominates. The man, by the way, fun fact for the folks in the chat that might not know Dimes' history, drafted #1 overall ever in Season 1 of the NBA 2K League at point guard. Then he goes ahead and makes the switch to center in Season 5, plays for the Raptors up north in Canada, then gets traded to Bucks Gaming, in Milwaukee, and he wins not just a championship, but he wins finals MVP as well. So makes a transition, goes from point guard to center, gets himself a ring and a finals MVP trophy, and now gets to represent his country for a chance to be a world champion, truly, in Sweden. But we are a long ways away from that. 6 seconds left. Johnny Red dishes it out to the left side, excuse me, right side there. Dimes going back to the left side. That was just foreshadowing. That miss, though, is going to keep the lead at 4 for the United States.
24 seconds again. You've got to respect it. You've got to do it back-to-back at both ends. Dimes, early pass to Johnny Red. Shot does not go. Very unselfish there, Dimes would take. Appreciate that lovely little rundown of the journey, because there's a story behind every one of these players. Of course, some of them maybe a little more obvious than others, but you start to think about what else we could get out there and known. What about Milwaukee, Wisconsin declaring it esports day after that championship and things like that? That's the type of history, that's the type of impact players like Dimes have on not just a game, not just a season, but indeed on a city.
You've got CB13. He is the only individual who has not been a part of Bucks Gaming on the roster of the United States. All the others have played with each other in Season 5. C's, of course, gets traded to Warriors Gaming Squad, wins another ring, this time with CB13 as C's getting bumped around on the left side. Has called for a pick, but not too strong of a one, and there's Jarcy that slams it home from the left side.
Love it. That's why we got his face cam. Surely the man for the big occasion throughout the 2K League here in eFIBA Season 2. And after I've given him every little highlight, every nice compliment I could think of, CB inexplicably takes that timeout called, and that's the time to take him. He still hasn't got a bucket, just the 2 assists, and when Dimes dominating their matchup so far. Have a look at Cease bouncing off the screens, by the way. They might as well not be there. I think Charlie would do well to get in the hands of one of his teammates a bit earlier.
CB13 gets the little bit of a space, and he can't get that shot to go open. Slightly early. Dimes there to clean things up as they go ahead and regain the lead. Team USA was up by about 5 or 6 points. But then they go ahead and let Dominican Republic tie it up. Looked like almost a steal, and it is going to be a steal. Team USA, are they going to take the 2 or the 3? They get it to CB13. Cross-court pass to Johnny Red, and he goes ahead and misses. Dominican Republic has a chance to tie it up or take the lead on this possession. Slowing things down, gets it back over to the left side. To the right. Can't get that one to go, but there's another offensive rebound by Jay Snags. He goes up with it, but he can't connect. Great defense by that boy Dimes as he's bringing it up the court. Sees, tries to run a little curl route, it looked like, on the right-hand side. Nothing there. Dimes with the pick. Johnny Red dots up his former teammate. Super Sees for the easy 2 on the cut from the right corner.
Whether it's a screen or just contact body on body, I don't know what it is about this build from Cease. He really doesn't care about you. He just glides through, nothing doing. I'd say on the defensive end, you certainly know that his body's there, but offensively, he's gliding around like Casper, loving it.
2-point lead here for the United States. Back over to Johnny Red. Thought he had a little bit of space. Decides not to take that shot. You can see C's itching to get a cut. Johnny Red, what a move, what a shot, and the lead is extended to 5 with less than 2 minutes left to go in the second.
Got a little update. India in another game, if you don't mind, just to sneak on in there. That unfortunately, Guatemala experienced technical difficulties, so Puerto Rico will take the win in that game.
So you do have Puerto Rico. We talked about them wanting to hold on to spot number 2, and so far they will, especially if Dominican Republic takes the L. As Johnny Red wide open this time, can't get it to go. I guess if you don't do a fancy dribble move, he won't knock down the shot. Tip ball from the United States goes out of bounds as it's a 7-6 quarter scoring here between these two teams. About 1:30 left in the second. Jay Snags bringing up the court. Has Jarcy. Gets the defender in the air. What great patience by the professional.
Look, I'm as big of a CB fan boy as there are out there. It has not been his half so far at all. Defensively, it's one of those things where you think you're doing the right thing. You're there, stride for stride, and then you go jumping. Speaking of.
Oh, God.
Please.
Get
2 hands up in the
foul.
face. You don't need to jump as well.
There's the foul call. Knocks it down. Not ever in doubt. 6-point lead for the United States. As C's getting bumped around. Gets it inside to Jay Snags to get across half court. Look for the reset back over. You've seen a lot of fake cuts coming from the corners. And so far, they haven't been successful. The cuts themselves have been, but the fake cuts not as much. As Jarcity back over to C's. He's got to go ahead and chuck that one up. Nothing there. Defensive rebound secured. And there's Jay Snag that just snags it out of the air. He's got a shot if he wants it, but he's going to go ahead and get it right back out to C's. Calls a little bit of a wrap. Here's C's. No space there whatsoever. As C's dribbling. Can't get that shot to go. Dimes this time. Doesn't want to go ahead and chuck that one. Slows it down. CB13 back over to Johnny Red. Johnny with the take. And he's going to fade away from the left side. Ooh. And it's Johnny. Extends the lead to 9.
Wow, right before the half as well. Can we see a response at the end of it? Or USA going to have their classic momentum into a quarter, into a half as they seem to do. All the dang time. Foul taken. One give. Jay Snags, fam, lovely green. Are you kidding me? How big could that be at the end of this? USA, some of your own medicine. Right back at you. It looks contested. I don't see if it was red, if it was contested at all. All I know is that I saw green and I liked it. 29-22 at the half. Game very much alive.
The only player to have double digits in this ball game is Johnny Red, to no one's surprise. But not just that, you have 3 United States players that are outscoring almost all of Dominican Republic, with Jarcity being the only one with 9 points himself. So a lot of points being spread out for United States. Turnover battle is 2-1 in favor of the United States. Both teams, however, struggling from the 3-point line. 2 for 9 is Dominican Republic coming into this one. 5 for 12 coming into the second quarter are the United States. Coming into tonight, 111 points is the average points per game for United States. That is the #1 in not just North America, but also the region. But of course, that could change with all the games that we've got going on as well. Point differential of 64.2. That is insane, Nate.
Wild and yet somehow completely understandable when you see Johnny Red doing what he's doing. That 3v4 was tremendous. Maybe defensively, there's a little bit that could be tightened up, but right you are, India. All the stats, everything you could look at, every allegory, like how do you stop the scoring? The Johnny Red takeover, again, figuratively and literally last game, meant that even when you felt like you'd done a good job defensively on 4 of the 5, there's just someone that steps up and takes that game away from you.
Yeah, I'm trying to find stats that Dominican Republic is showing out a better than the United States, but it's tough to find even from the 3-point line. United States coming into tonight, 76% from the 3-point line. Dominican Republic approximately 56%. So they just dominate on all parts of the game, which is why they remain undefeated. Super C's back over to CB13, who gets it to Dawsix. Dawsix knocks down the 3, so that play just went from CB13 to Super C's, back over to CB13, back over to Dawsix. So the ball movement is A1 for the United States.
I love that extra pass. I could understand if Charlie wanted to pull the trigger rightly, would claim would take over. He's allowed to. Smart play, touch pass, bang. It's just another reason why this outfit's so good. Unselfish. You love to see it.
Gradient in the chat trying to troll Caesar's glasses. Gradient, I'm not going to lie, your hair is one that I feel like should be on a NASCAR driver. I envy your hairstyle, my man. Sad to see you leave Atlanta, but I'm sure you don't feel that way as that shot doesn't get it to drop. And Super C's tried to get the steal. Now he's going to try to go back and play defense. United States scrambling. Crizzy trying to make a play. Gets it back over the top to J Snags. J Snags being covered with 3 folks. Oh, try to go for it. The steal. United States almost paid for it. And that's going to be a quick, smart foul to reset things. Yeah, you are, Gradient. Stop.
I can't with you, India. I never know what I'm going to get. I feel like we restored some normality with this sort of pairing that we've got. And then hair like a NASCAR
Are you saying I'm
driver.
abnormal and therefore you're normal, so we're balanced? Is that what you're telling me live on national internet? I can't say TV, but you get the point.
I ain't making any big declarations. All I know is that out of nowhere, the banter is top notch. Crizzy, oh, it looks so good out of the hand. Some of these animations, like I said, I feel like we've come to learn that we've been watching these players as regularly as India and I have, just like green out of the hand, all good. Oh. And then on the other end of it, Jay Snags, please. Caesar's right there. He's standing off you for a reason. Please don't throw that away. This big game, moving quarter, the third quarter.
CB13 can't get that one to go. C's had the steal. AKA Super C's, AKA Supermodel, according to Gradient. As that shot from deep, he gets it to drop. That one was deep, and it gets the deficit down to 8 with about 1:14 left. Dominican Republic looking to get a couple more stops to end the second quarter strong. CB13 has badge, so keep an eye on that. Great job by Dominican Republic. There goes the right. Nice. Sorry, there's so many things happening. I'm trying to commentate all, but there's going to be a quick timeout. Great job. I believe it was Dimes, where you had the right corner open for a split second, but he saw the defender sprinting from the hash down to the corner, or else that could have been stolen away. And here's Dominican Republic playing great defense thus far in this possession. They've got to maintain it for 7 more seconds. CB13 gets it down low to Dawsix. Dawsix back over to CB. Great contest. Oh my goodness, I lied. Looked like a great contest, but CB13 says it's open and I'm going to knock it down. And he does from the left corner.
It's one of those that looks really good if you were to take a screenshot. Look, I've got the hand up. Brother, that ball is long gone. The release is well early compared to when you're actually there in position, let alone with take. Lovely look, lovely drop. I don't know. It's one of those like fake defending things. Yeah. India, I just don't like. I'm sure you got teammates in Pro-Am in Rec that do the same thing. Look, I was there. And it's like, fam, the ball was being released long ago. You were not in position. I don't want to hear it.
I'm like right there, bro. This game, bro. On God, bro. Anyway. Great shot there by C's. Yeah, I know, right? It's one of those things you put on the timeline of like, guess that contest.
Watch the clip and you're like, that is a lie, but not the one you told.
No shot clock here. CB13 has all the time in the third quarter to do as he pleases. Cut again from the C's. Oh, he had it that time. He had a little bit of spacing, but the arms might have been a little bit too long from the defender on the right side. CB13's got 5 seconds to work with. Oh, could have taken that shot. Johnny Red is the better option, but he can't get that one to go. And it's 44-36 coming into this fourth quarter. This is the last round of matchups for eFIBA Season 2 for North America. And there's the steal. Johnny Red looking to take it to the house, and he goes ahead and lays it up to give United States a 10-point lead.
Right to the start of the fourth, if Dominican Republic believed there were any chance or every chance of making something of this game. The little things, we'll come back to it. Your professionalism, keeping your head, doesn't mean you need to launch right into your offense. Goodness knows against this USA team, everything needs to drop, and so Jay Snags will take 3 more. You need to make every possession count. Please at least bring it to the front court. Get your 24 well and truly underway every single time. Get those little odds in your favor.
Dominican Republic looking to go ahead and give the United States their first L of this tournament. There's that boy Dimes. Right corner's wide open. Still wide open. Passes it out to the left hash. There's just so many options for United States. Anytime you feel like Dominican Republic is coming back in the game, The U.S. just kind of said, double digits, buddy. We're going right back to that lead.
It's an amazing pass. I had eyes only on Cease in that right corner. I did not see any other option. I could barely even get my eyes to look across to your open point guard. Fantastic. It's what makes him so good. The vision, it's on another level.
And unfortunately, that careless mistake on the inbounds is going to be a benefit to the United States as they've got a 10-point lead. They've got ball, and the clock is in their favor. Less than 4 minutes left to go. CB13 gets it over to Dawsix, back out to Dimes. That's a long two, but it's a beautiful shot as it drops. 3:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Dominican Republic needs to go ahead and get a few things together on the defensive side, get a couple of stops if they want a chance to make something happen in the final moments of this one.
It's too easy, India. It's too easy. I'm sort of trying to contain myself just a little bit. I want to see the close game. I'm not even necessarily saying I need a Dominican Republic win here. It's that it's happening with players stumbling out of bounds, passing completion. You're never giving yourself a chance to get going. Look at the swiping, by the way. Dawsix is loving this encounter, let's put it that way.
Yeah, no question about it. You see Dominican Republic kind of scrambling on what to do on the offensive side. That only leads to easy fast break opportunities for the United States as they go ahead and miss that one right in the paint. 3 defenders there. That's not going to help you out. Cease tries to take a gamble, doesn't get the steal, but he gets right back on the defensive side. Jay Snags now going up against Cease inside. Hands up defense by Cease. Tried to swipe, but nothing there really. Resets it back over, and that's going to be a tip ball. Cease over to Johnny Red as he finishes at the rim. The last time these two teams played was a 4-point victory for the United States, but this time it looks a lot larger. I know Crizzy actually came on the show with us and talked about how they just need to fix a couple of things down low late in the fourth quarter, and they could have come away with this one. Unfortunately, they have not been able to make those adjustments here in the second time around that they face them.
Look, maybe they think it's done already. Maybe that's the reason for that pass. The Big's pulled up. He's got nowhere to go at all. Already the momentum's against your side. There's steals left, right, and center. So you stand there for 5 seconds, and then the choice you make is to pass it to one of the best defensive players we've ever seen in Dawsix. It just, yeah, I lost my mind there for a moment.
You're fine. I'll tell you what. I know Harris and the crew are watching, so on behalf of them, see. There you go, buddy. If you're listening, that's for you. If you're not, how dare you? 1:41 left to go in this one for formality. 55-39 Dominican Republic. If they're going to come back in this one in the final moments, they've got to get a 3 right here, right now. Swarming defense by Super C's and the U.S. all overseas right now. They're going to take a contested shot, had to chuck it up with no shot clock remaining. Smart job by Johnny Red not to go ahead and chuck that one up. Resets it. There's Dawsix with a nice cut from the left side. Dawsix came all the way from the defensive side to the left hash, and you had, I believe it was CB13 that wrapped up from the left corner. And Dawsix had the cut.
I'm just not seeing it much.
Play call there.
From, yeah, have we? They're just not, the guards, small, you lock whoever you want. Where are the cuts? Even if you've got the ball, why not try drive into the paint, at least just to mix it up? Every single possession is looking for a 3. Every guard. Every look. Feel like you could sub some on, they'd all be doing the same thing, all the same. It's all around the perimeter. India, attack that paint for me.
They have dominated on all cylinders thus far. CB13 gets it back over to Dawsix. The man can cut for a bucket. The man can knock it down from the perimeter as well. He's a champion. Showing his worth here on the world's biggest stage. As C's just not looking to find anything thus far. He finally does from the right hash as he knocks down that 3.
Lovely, lovely find. If you're not going to cut inside, drive inside, etc., I respect it. You're beautiful. Behind the back. 3. Fam, for everybody watching, I just realized the question in the chat. Hearing seats and C's has been confusing when one of the players is named Clement. C-E-E-Z, and then Cease, S-E-E-S-E on the other team. bit too late now. Apologies.
I haven't heard Zed in a moment, but I do miss it. It's been about 20 years since I've had to say it, but it is going to be the United States that remain undefeated. It is 64-46, and what a dominating performance